Shalom, shalom. Check this out. All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, as always, I'd like to start off giving all honor and glory, infinite praise and worship to our power, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH. Double honors to our apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone, who will teach you in sound doctrine, strong shalom to the hopeful elect. It's your brother Kadash representing Jim Branch here in Cleveland. We're willing to bring out an edifying lesson. All right. The title the Spirit gave me is The Knowledge is a House. The knowledge is a house. You know what I'm saying? The knowledge that we possess, which first and foremost is a gift, but it also is a house. And the elect are the furniture that furnishes the house, right? Because when you go into, matter of fact, let me start with this because I mentioned the elect, uh, like, and it's gonna be quick, straight to the point, but you can go so many ways with it because understanding that Yahweh Shah is the wisdom, and ultimately he's also known as the foundation, a sure foundation. And like the scripture make mention, he's the chief cornerstone. And if you know anything about building buildings, uh, like my brother, one of the brothers used, one of the brothers like to make mention of, the importance of the cornerstone of a house. Like you start with the cornerstone, you know what I'm saying, to start building, because he's into construction, you know, and it can't be weak material. Not so. I was shy. Ultimately, is that chief cornerstone, which he's the start of the foundation of this house that we're speaking of, and he's also known as that wisdom. So he's the start. Okay, he's the blueprint of what of how the building stands and how and the reason why it's going to last forever, right? Because Yahweh gave him the blueprint and so forth, and that wisdom, okay, is given to the elect men. It says, what's that? Proverbs, hold on, 22, because that wisdom has been given to a select few known as the elect, and they're going to possess this power, which is knowledge, the knowledge of the heavens, the knowledge of the universe, the knowledge of Yahweh Shem Shah. As much as he allowed in this realm, they possess that power, and that power is going to allow them to actually get through the hardest time in known in human history, man, which is Jacob, the height of Jacob's trouble. You see the tiny technology implemented when the whole world is just crumbling, okay, at massive rate, and destruction is before your eyes, man. So this is Proverbs 22, okay, and 3. It says, "A prudent man foreseeth the evil." Evil is a compound word meaning bad time. So a prudent man foreseeth the bad times and hideth himself. Where do he hide himself? He hide himself in that house, right? As we about to see, it says, "But the simple pass on and are punished." So the prudent man, right, the wise man, right, the one who are operating in the spirit, the elect, they see, they foresee the evil times, they foresee the bad times. Just like if I'm outside and I see a storm coming, the first thing I do in my mind is to take shelter. Do I take any shelter? Because remember, you could go under a tree. A tree acts as a shelter from the rain and a shade from the sun. But do I take any shelter? No, I make sure I take shelter, but I got to take the right shelter from the storm. And the storm that's coming is Esau, Edom, Jacob's trouble, and everything. The rest of the prophecies that we're waiting on, that's the storm, man. Okay. And Esau is going to be one spearheading that, right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So it said the prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. So therefore, the elect are going to be in the mindset of actually going into the building to hide themselves from the storm, but not just any building, the right building, which is Yahweh Shem Yahushua. This knowledge. You see, that's why the knowledge should be a stability of those times. Isaiah 33:6. You see, because when you go to Proverbs 18 real quick and 10, it says, the name of the Lord is a strong tower. Right. The name of the Lord comes with a doctrine. The name of the Lord comes with power. The name of the Lord comes with immortality. The name of the Lord comes with life. You see, the name of the Lord is the reason behind all this. Yahweh. You see, Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHWASHI is the reason for all this. So the Lord, name of the Lord, okay, is acting as a strong tower, man. It says the name of Yahweh is a strong tower. That building, you see, the righteous runneth into it and is safe. You see, so the righteous, which are the prudent ones, the meek, the contrite ones, the elect, okay, the first fruit, they understand the essence and the importance of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You see, they're one with them. Yahushua prayed for this in St. John 17, you know, so that I pray that they are one as we are, you know, talking about the elect and being one on one accord as Yahushua and the Father. So they're on the same frequency, man. You know what I'm saying? So they understand, all right, and we understand that the name of the Lord, okay, is our safe haven, because and then everything else comes from it. Like I said, the doctrine, the way of life, how we carry ourselves, how things operate in this world. But it starts with the name, you see, and then it, because his name is attached to his who he is, and he's given us a form of that which is known as knowledge, the true knowledge. You see, because remember what the Lord said: the truth shall set you free. Free from what? Free from bondage. We're in captivity in our minds. Our minds are corrupted from philosophies and doctrines and different worshiping different gods. So it corrupted our minds, and it put a chain, a shackle. All right, it put a chain, a shackle on us. So when we call upon the name of the Lord, it allows us to actually enter into that safe place. Okay, from the decaying society, man. You know what I'm saying? It says the name of the Lord, Proverbs 18:10. The name of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it. It didn't say goeth. The righteous runneth into it. If I'm running, if I'm running from something, if I gotta go into a strong tower, that means I'm running from something. And we told you that we were running from that storm that's coming. He said the enemy should come in like a flood. Okay, so I'm running from this great storm that's coming. Okay, I'm running though, like you see, I'm running into safety. You see, and runneth the righteous runneth into it and is safe. Let's go real quick. Psalm 73 and 17. Until I went unto the sanctuary of the Most High, then understood I therein. You see that? It wasn't until we went into the sanctuary. Watch this. Let's go into that word sanctuary real quick. Because it wasn't until we went into the sanctuary of the Most High we understood therein. So if we now understand, have knowledge of our enemy and their end, that means that he's exposed, and now he has to come against us. He has to come get. He got to try to come at us. So we know we're defenseless to an extent right now. The Lord called us a worm. A worm is defenseless, but we also are not defensive in the same essence, because we have Yahawashi Yahushua. So with that, we know that we can't do nothing against it because it's a form of prophecy. So what do? Go into the sanctuary of the Lord. That's where the knowledge possessed. That's where safety is at. You see, when you go into this word sanctuary, bear with me. This is the word sanctuary. It says consecrated place, building set apart for holy worship, holy or sacred object. So yeah, consecrated, right? Holy. It says place, building set apart for holy worship. So it wasn't until we went into this knowledge and wisdom understanding of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua that we entered into a safe place from the fire and brimstone. You see, from the fire and brimstone. See, remember the fire is coming. You see, the storm is coming, and the elect will be protected. They will enter into those chambers. Remember, the chamber is a representative for the mind. It's also a representative for the chariot doors closing, man, being protected from the fire that's coming. You see, so literally the knowledge is an actual safe place. You see, only the elect can enter into that chariot, man. All right, and to be preserved from judgment, because they have the mind of Yahweh. They have the mind of Yahweh Shai. So it wasn't what Psalm 73 and 17 until I went to the sanctuary of the Most High, then understood either end. So we went into the what? The sacred place, the building set apart for holy worship. You see? A private room. A private room was Lord told us, Yahawah told us to pray in private and he will reward us openly. A private room is I'm doing something in private, meaning I don't want nobody to know what I'm going, what's going on, what I'm doing, how far I'm going, what I got going on, man. We enter into that private room. It's a secret. You see, it's between me and whoever's in that room. And then who's in that room is the angels. Who's in that room is Yahawah, where we're calling upon them. You know, we're in that house, man. We're in the house of David, that sanctuary. It says a church, you see, and we're in the Lord's church, man. You know, we got the right doctrine. We're in his church. We don't need a building. You know, the kingdom of heaven is within us. Okay, the temple is with we are the temple. You see, because we have that knowledge. You know, because we have that knowledge. When you go into bear with me. When you go into right, so that was sanctuary. So it wasn't until I went Psalm 73 and 17 until I went into the sanctuary of the Most High Yahweh, then understood I therein, right? And when you go into Luke, right, Luke 1 and 17, it says, and he shall go before him in the spirit and power of Elias, talking about John the Baptist, and to turn the hearts of the father, to turn the hearts of the fathers to the children, and the disobedient to the wisdom of the just, to make ready a people prepared for the Lord. Now watch this. When you go into that word prepared, let me get that in a blue letter. Salakia. Bear with me like a couple seconds. Because I want to get that word. We are in Luke 1, right? I want to get that word real quick for prepared. Because remember the scripture, the spirit titled it knowledge. The knowledge is a house. Okay, so Luke 1 and 17. I'm gonna read it again. And he shall go before him in the spirit and power of Elias, right? Elijah, which is John, to turn the hearts of the fathers to the children, right? The correct doctrine, right? The Old and New Testament, all right. Starting with Abba Bivens, you had people teaching the truth before that, but it wasn't until the Spirit jumped on Abba Bivens to actually spearhead what we have today, all right, which the doctrine manifested itself into his men, until Yahawah's men, starting with Abba Bivens after those prophetic years was up, all right. The Lord allowed the Spirit to enter into the elder, and here we are today, all right, laboring and continuing those holy works, right? So he came back again, right? If you could receive it in the disobedience to the wisdom of the just. You see, it says into the disobedience, it says in the disobedience to the wisdom of the just, to make ready a people prepared for the Lord. So let's go into that word prepare right there, right? Because I mentioned earlier that the people, which are the elect, are the furniture to the house, man. You see, remember the house, the knowledge is the house, and the elect enter into it. And what do you do when you have knowledge? You rest. So we, like, you know, the elect enter into the house and they're resting. They're resting. Remember when it, because what to prove that, just real quick, is Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 1. It says, but the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Most High, and there shall no torment touch them. In the sight of the unwise, they seem to die, and their departure is taken for misery, and they're going from us to be utter destruction, but they are in peace. The elect are in peace in these troubling times, man. You know, yeah, we in the flesh, so shit flare up, but Lord willing, we're part of that number, because the elect are at peace of what's about to happen. They're hastening the day of Yahawah to actually come to pass, so that wickedness can be out of the way, man. You see, but that gives us peace, man. It gives us peace to be able to deal with a Babylonian when you enter a store. You got to deal with your family, because we're in the knowledge and wisdom of Yahawah. But it goes further, because why? That same knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is going to actually be the protection that the elect need during the worst time in history, man. So going back to this word prepare in that verse in that Luke 1, it says, I gotta read it again. Salaki, Luke 1 and 17, and he shall go before him in the spirit and power of Elias, to turn the hearts of the father to the children, and a disobedient to the wisdom of the just, to make ready a people prepared for the Lord. So you go into that word prepared, to make ready a people prepared for the Lord. When you go into that word prepared, it says to furnish, equip, prepare, make ready. You know, so that word prepare goes into furnish, you know, equip, you know. The Lord has equipped the elect with the tools they need to win the fight. All right, and win the fight, man. You know, of one who makes anything ready for a person or thing, of builders. See, to construct. Yahawah is constructing the elect, man. You know, it's a construction going on. The third temple is being built. That house, you better believe that house will be finalized for the elect to run into when judgment hits this, when judgment pierced the sky, man. When the judge pierced the sky. It says of builders to construct, erect, with the including idea of adorning and equipping with all things necessary. You see, to build, make, ordain. All right, these are all fascinating words. Uh, to we said construction, create. You know, but it says adorning and equip them with all things necessary. So there you have it. So the Lord are to furnish, equip, prepare. Right there you go. So the Lord, all right, is decorating His house, man. You know, because you remember what the Lord called the elect. He called them pillars. You know, you start off with the foundation, and then you put the pillars on top of it. I believe I looked up once something one time. Let me see if I could do it again, man. I was trying to. Let me see. Uh, why are I put in why are pillars important? It says columns or pillars are vertical elements that support compressive and bending forces. Right, the elect hold up the rest of the Israel. It was Romans 11 is through their unbelief that the Lord counted them all unbelief. Right. The Lord had the elect do particular things so that He can ultimately have mercy on the whole house of Israel. You see, it says in being and bending forces. So is the pillars or columns are vertical elements that support compressive, and right, compressing is something that's pressing on something, pressing down. Compressive and bending forces, transmitting all the loads of the structure to the foundation. Come on, man. It says transmitting all the loads of the structure to the foundation. So the pillars are an important piece. The elect is an important piece for the future to come. That's why we teach the elect. It's all about the elect. That's how the nation is going to come back holy, man. Right, through the spirit and power of Yahawah. They're going to be the ones that have the complete download in them to bring our nation back in purity through the spirit and power of Yahawah, man. Because it just says transmitting all the loads of the structure, which is the rest of the house, to the foundation, which is Yahawah. Like I mentioned earlier, He's ultimately that wisdom, and He's the what? He's the sure foundation. So this knowledge is literally a house. Okay, it's literally a massive castle. You know, that is so massive, bro. You can never destroy it. You can never, bro. Like bro, this knowledge is amazing, bro. When you go to Proverbs, we get one more, and uh, what's it? Proverbs. Let me see. Proverbs 9:1. It says, "Wisdom have builded her house. She have hewn out her 7 pillars." You see? So when you a pillar is like a stronghold. Let me see what the blue letters say real quick. Proverbs um 9:1. This is beautiful. All right, let's see what that word pillar say right here. It says pillar, a column, upright, right? We read that earlier. Right, vertical, a piece, pillar, as standing. They don't really give us much. Matter of fact, let me go to the blue letter. I feel like that was janky. So this is pillar in the blue letter, right? I mean in the autumn online. A column or columnar mass, narrow portion height. It says appear. That's a good one because appear is something that you stand or it supports you or above the water. Um, it says, and that's what the elect is doing. They're preaching the kingdom of heaven, man. The word, the holy words, the holy words of YAHWASHI. That's the wisdom. You know, that wisdom is the reason why this chaos is coming, right? The chaos is coming because the kingdom is coming to an end. Esau's reign, his Esau's kingdom. You see, and we know that, like I read in Psalm 73, but it says a word of unknown. It says a pillar, and they're not a prop or support of an institution or community. Woo! See, pillar. It says a prop or support of an institution or community. See, them pillars are important. You see, and you got the foundation, Yahawashi. You got the pillars, which is the elect, and the pillars we read with the how important all the pillars, and they attach to the foundation. All right, and they we read it, right? I'm not gonna bring it up again, but uh so going back to this Proverbs 9:1, wisdom have builded her house, man. She have hewn out her 7 pillars, right, for completion, a complete amount of uh men that were undefiled, pure, holy, separate, you know, complete righteousness, man. The Lord has set a sect to the side. All right, they so pure that none of this is gonna affect them, man. Even out of all this crazy chaos, none of this is gonna affect them. They received the judgments. They became perfect, and they're about to reach the final. The elect is about to reach their final state, man. This is the last incarnation. You see. So wisdom have built her house. That's the house of David. She have hewn out her 7 pillars. That's the elect, right? She have killed her beasts. She have mingled her wine. She have also furnished her table, bruh. You see, with that wisdom, furnished her table. You see, a table prepared. What the food? What is the knowledge? You see, a table prepared. The food is the knowledge. She have also furnished her table. You see, so that's that table that's prepared, and the thing that the elect is eating is the knowledge. It says she have sent forth her maidens, which we are the maidens. Okay, so you can understand. She have sent forth her maidens. She cried upon the highest places of the cities, and that's the chief place of concourse, man. You know, we that's the chief place of concord. That you know, we that's where we teach Salaki. I was watching this damn cop. We that's where we teach, man. You know, in the agora places, in the chief place of concourse. You know, so it says she has sent forth her maidens, right? The prophets. She cried upon the highest places of the city. You see, with that wisdom is shouting and it's grabbing people. It's preserving the ones who is for, and is making them pure, and it's destroying the ones that don't want. It's taking them out the way. You know, it's giving them their judgments. It says, uh, whoso is simple, let him turn in hither. As for him that wants of understanding, she said to him, come eat of my bread and drink of the wine which I have mingled. You see, forsake the foolish and live, and go in the way of understanding. That's what happened at the end of my dream. The Lord woke me up and he rose me to my feet. And the voice that I heard, it was a deep, deep voice in my mind. And the voice that I heard, like it was like I was coming back to life, because the dream, it was like I was going through time. But when he arose me, I felt myself come off the couch and he said, go live. So Solomon 7, he loveth none that but him that dwelleth with wisdom. You see? So we're actually in the knowledge. Knowledge is the house, and it's feeding us the bread, right? The bread is the knowledge. The oil is keeping us healthy. Our food is salted, it's flavorful. So this knowledge is giving us that honey. See that knowledge. This knowledge is pure, man, and it's actually built a place for us. And the righteous is running into it, and it's safe, man, because why is going to protect them in the time to come. And I'm gonna close out with this. I was gonna close out with I'll close out with this. Revelations 3 and 11. Behold, let's start at let's start at 10. Revelation 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. See, the Lord said he will keep thee, right? That's the knowledge. That's the ones that's embedded with the knowledge. Mark with that tawah, they being exempt from judgment. Ezekiel 9 and 4. Not mark with the knowledge. Okay, the knowledge preserves you. It put a shell around you, a hedge. I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. The tiny technology being expressed in all these different laws and things that's coming to try to condemn Jake, right? It says, because thou hast kept the word, because thou hast kept the word of my patience. So like I read that, behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. Right, stay steadfast, man, unmovable. Something that's immovable is the pillars that's attached to that sturdy foundation. Right? Don't let let no man persuade you into another philosophy. All right, no other doctrine, no other God, serving no other God, and so forth. Right? Him that overcometh will I make a pillar in a temple of my power. You see? So if we overcome these things that come the danger, the Lord will allow us to actually be made a pillar in the house of David, man. You know, the beams to a house that is also a reference to the beams, like the 2x4s that hold up a house. They're known as the skeleton of the house. So the beams also is acting as the skeleton of the house, man. You know, the thing that hold the body up, which is powered by the breath, which is the wisdom, which is YAHWASHI. You know, because the body has a skeleton, but if it's no life in it, the skeleton still exists. You see, so it's different layers to the house, it's different order and different setup to the house that make the house the house. So the ones that overcome, will I make a pillar? It says, him that overcome, Revelation 3:12, him that overcome, will I make a pillar in the house, the temple of Yahweh, a temple of my power, and he shall go no more out. Woo! Ain't gonna be no need to exit that temple no more. You see, we ain't gonna have to, learn the ins and outs. It's gonna be in us, that new covenant. We ain't gonna have to depart from wisdom no more. You see, we ain't gonna have to leave that house no more. We can stay there and rest forever. You see, we can rest forever, and that's the 100% download. That's the new covenant. That's the new bodies, right? Our hearts of flesh, you know. He said, and the Lord said, and he shall go no more out, continuing, and I will write upon him the name of my power, right? That new identity, and the name of the city of my power, Yahawah, which is new Jerusalem, right? Refresh, kindness, which cometh down out of heaven from Yahawah, which is in Revelation 21, and I will write upon him my new name, right? His new identity. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches, bro. So there you go, bro. Call all you HAQADASH shot. This knowledge is a house, and the righteous run up to it and it's safe. You see. So until next time, shalom.